Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the live podcast. My name is Dale, and we'll call this a dose of Dale. Something to look forward to, and this is going into tomorrow and the next day, is let's talk about anger tomorrow. And I want to know if anger controls your life, and if it does, how do you think it controls it, good or bad? And also, the vaccine. You're not supposed to say the C word on YouTube or they'll delete your video, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. So tell me your thoughts on the vaccine. Do you believe in the conspiracy theories? Do you think it helps? Do you think it hurts? I don't know. I've had my first vaccine. I'll get my second April 4th, but still I'd like your thoughts and opinions. As I tell you all the time, this is totally unedited. It's raw. What I say, I can't take back. There used to be a quote on the wall that I had back at Manor Road. This is Manor Road Studio, and I'll have it on the wall soon if Chris, who's sitting over there watching me, if she'll let me, but you know how she can be sometimes. So, Chris, I need my sign on the wall. But anyway, the sign says, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. And today I want to go back to a topic I covered a year ago. It was about build your own brand. And before we do that, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, share me with your friends, family, co-workers, church buddies, whoever you think could do with content like I like to share. One of the things when I want to talk about rebuilding your brand or building your brand from scratch, however you want to say it, is think about who you are, who you want to be. And to build your brand, here's something you got to remember. I'm going to assume for a minute the majority of people are working for a company. I'll assume that there's some of you out there that necessarily don't like the company you're working for. And maybe you don't like your coworkers or you don't like your schedule, whatever the case may be. But don't let that influence your brand. Be the best employee you can be. Be loyal to your company. Give your boss all you've got. Be kind to your coworkers. And you may think to yourself, I already do all that and I get treated like crap. Don't worry about that. What we're in the business of doing right now is shedding old skin and building your brand from scratch. We're not going to retread an old tire, and we sure as hell ain't going to put skin on an old skeleton. But for this to work for you, you got to be willing to do what other people aren't willing to do. Sometimes you got to turn a blind eye to things that make you mad. But to build your brand, you got to be the best you can be. And I promise you, people will take notice of it. People in other businesses, how you portray yourself on social media. Think about the content you put out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. Is it positive, motivational, uplifting? Because keep in mind, that's your brand. Or do you scroll through social media looking for things to attack? Are you an antagonizing person on social media? See, I can't take these words back when I mess them up. You know, there are things that I so desperately want to comment on sometimes just because I want a voice. But then I think, no, that's not me. Don't do that. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to change someone's opinion by sharing mine. And if you've been watching me over the last few weeks, you've heard me say a lot that I really don't know much. Now, sure, I've read thousands of books, watched many of YouTube videos, been to seminars all over the country. So maybe you could say I've got a lot of knowledge or education, but it's just recently that I realized how little I really know. And once I realized how little I really know, it made me hungry to learn, to understand what makes people tick. I don't get caught up in conspiracy theories, and I sure as heck don't get caught up in the news of the day. I don't care. I really don't care. And I'll have people ask me sometimes, well, did you know this was going on or this? Like, I don't care. My life is good because I choose for my life to be good. Sure, I got issues just like everybody else. I got bills to pay and I struggle to do that. But I sure don't need to reskin an old skeleton. I need to build a new one. We need to build a better mousetrap. Build your brand. I hope that makes sense to you. And I got something else I wrote down over here. It says, energize yourself. What do I mean by that? Spend your time wisely. If you want to build your brand, you got to make sure, like I said a little while ago, you're willing to go the extra mile. You're willing to do what other people aren't doing. And for goodness sakes, don't get envious of other people and look at folks go, oh, they just have no idea how blessed they are. They may look at you and think that you're the most blessed person in the world. And don't forget also that there are people that would love to have your problems. Here in America, the things we complain about, other people around the world would think that we're rich if we had one meal a day. If we had a roof over our head, doesn't matter if it leaked. Just the fact that we have a roof, we have food, and we have transportation, and we have jobs. That's a luxury that the majority of the world does not have. So stop the pity parties, and for goodness sake, stop victim thinking. It is time for victor thinking because we're building you up. We're starting from the ground. We're starting from scratch. I'm asking you to act like you don't know much so you can learn everything. Relearn it. I said this yesterday, and it's worth repeating. There will come a time when the learners shall inherit the earth, while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped for a world that no longer exists. You're going to be the learners simply because you're going to keep learning. You're going to keep at it. All right, I hope that's a good dose of Dale for the day. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I hope you can share me with your friends and family. Join me again tomorrow. And I'll tell you what I'll do, and Chris, hold me accountable to this. I will be back on YouTube tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So join me live if you'd like, and we can have some open dialogue. In the meantime, leave me a comment here on Facebook, and we'll be tackling anger and the vaccine. So until tomorrow, have an amazing rest of your day. There we go.